Things get a little chaotic around here during the summer. All the kids are home right now, so I have to be extra intentional and plan ahead just to make sure there's enough time to do my work and to take care of this household too. In today's video, I'm taking you through my full work day. You'll see how I structure my day, how me and my kids work together to get stuff done, what I've been doing to manage my energy lately, and just how I try to stay sane while juggling reselling, YouTube, and mom life. After washing up, making coffee, and waking myself up a bit, one of the first things I always do is look through all of my shops, answer any customer questions, send out offers, and just sell up my whole reselling business for the day. I try to make a daily to-do list at night, but if I didn't get to it, then I will do it in the morning. And that's what I'm doing here. I look through my calendar, I open up Trello, which is where I keep all of my to-dos for every part of my life. And from there, I make a list of all the things I'd like to focus on for that day. I used to buy a new daily planner every year, but for the past few years now, I've just been using a plain notebook instead. I use one sheet a day and map out my whole day there. At the top, I break my list into 3 sections: business, admin work, and then my personal things I need to do. Then at the bottom, I write the hours I'm working for that day. On this day, I planned out 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. But sometimes I do start work a little earlier, sometimes a little later. It just depends on how much I have to do that day and how much energy I have. From here, I kind of just play Tetris and try to fit all my tasks into these time blocks. Planning out this way lets me see what fits and what doesn't way in advance. Also, I'm able to plan the order in which I do things a lot better too. Sometimes that does matter because I need one thing done before I can work on another. Like on this day, I planned the whole day out, then I realized that I needed to record a thrift haul earlier in the day. That way my son can prep and photograph that thrift haul after, and my daughter can have enough time to list that stuff that same day. To fix that, I just erased and replanned. But if I was just working off of a simple to-do list instead of a time block plan like I'm doing here, I wouldn't have realized that my plan wasn't gonna work until the end of the day probably. Then I'd have the epiphany that I should have recorded the haul earlier, but it'd be a little too late. The one thing I always try to do when I'm mapping out my day is save the most important stuff for early in the morning. That's when it's quiet, there's no interruption, so I'm able to focus a lot more. On this day, the most urgent thing I was working on was editing a video because I hadn't posted on YouTube in like over 2 weeks. And that's one thing I've come to accept now about running 2 businesses as a single mom of too many kiddos. There is no balance. It's more like a constant juggling act. Sometimes reselling gets busy and I can't get to a video as fast as I'd like. Other times I got a video that has a deadline and reselling takes a back seat. And then there's other times where both things get neglected because personal stuff comes up. But as Danielle Laporte says, whatever is on your plate got there because you said yes to it at one point or another. I don't have to do both, reselling and YouTube, but I want to because I like both. Reselling has taught me so much. It's fun to source, to take the gamble and make the profit, and I could not imagine myself not making videos anymore. It's like a creative expression for me. There was a point where I would tear myself apart. The load was heavy and I felt like I needed to let go of one, either reselling or YouTube. But right now, my strategy is to just do both and be okay with always being a bit behind and growing both businesses a little bit slower for now. Good morning, baby. I think it's around 8:30 right here. That's usually when Ray wakes up. I stop working at this point and start getting us ready for the day. He was a bit confused why there were lights and cameras up so early. What is it, Papach? Say hi. Can you say hi? I got myself a little bit more put together now. I'm going to work on getting the baby's breakfast and diaper bag ready to take him to his dad's. Right now, he is helping me babysit him during the day when he's off of work, which luckily is today because I have a day packed full of things to do. We're actually on a very good row. It is 9:43 right now, and we've already done quite a bit of editing this morning. We've done this part right here, and now I'm going to focus on getting ready for the thrift haul, cleaning up the inventory, and just prepping everything to record. And I also have another cup of coffee and water going. I actually have cut down on coffee by a whole bunch. I used to do like 2.5 cups a day throughout the day. Lately, I've only been doing 1 in the very early morning, but today I feel like I need 2 just because I have a jam-packed day, and it's not always like this. A lot of the times it's a little bit more easygoing and it's not so rushy, but today I do have a lot of things to get done, so I need that extra energy. My mission right now is to get ready and clean up that inventory room and record that thrift haul before my older kids start to get up, because then they get up, they want to have their breakfast and start getting ready for their day, and then they start making too much noise. And for a video, I need it to be as quiet as possible. So that's what I'm on a mission to do right now, to finish getting ready as soon as possible to get that started. As I said in the intro, having all the kids home for the summer does get a little chaotic sometimes, but it's the good kind of chaos because we all work together to get the house chores done, and they also help so much with many of the reselling tasks. It's a win-win for all of us. I get the extra help for these few months that they're off school, and they make a little extra money. After about 15 minutes, my eyebrows are done now. They're all filled in. I feel like they do look a little bit dark. I recently bought a new pencil. It's the same brand and it's the same color, but I feel like they switched their formula or something because it wasn't this dark before. So next time I'll try to buy the lighter version, but that's what takes the longest when it comes to makeup. I think it's the same for most other women. They take longer with their eyebrows, but the rest should be a lot faster so we can get to cleaning and recording. When people find out or I tell them that I make YouTube videos, one of the things they ask is, "Aren't you embarrassed?" They ask that or a variation of that question, and the answer is yes. I always feel a bit embarrassed and nervous when I record. Like right here, I'm about to be done getting ready, so it's getting closer to the time that I'm gonna record the thrift haul, and I'm starting to feel a bit antsy inside. Even as I was recording this whole vlog, I second guessed myself many times, but I did it anyway. I've done this enough times to know that it's not as bad as it seems, and once the video is all done and edited, it's gonna turn out alright. One book that really helped shift my mindset on this was a Joyce Meyer book called Do It Afraid. It made me realize that I don't have to feel ready or fearless or even that confident to do something. I can be scared and do things anyway. That's how I try to approach every video I make. I still get nervous, I still worry about being judged, but I still show up. Because at the end of the day, I know it's gonna resonate and help somebody out there. When it's summer and the kids are home, this is something I have to do. And here is the state of this inventory room. It looks very dirty, but it's actually a pretty simple cleanup. This right here are shoes from a mystery box. I did record this, so it will be put together with the thrift haul that I recorded today. The stuff in this black bag is the thrift haul I got yesterday. This is what I'm going to record right now. This is only about 10 items. I told y'all a few videos ago that I'm trying to focus more on items that sell for a lot more. So that means I'm sourcing a lot less items every time I go because I'm leaving behind a lot of the bread and butter stuff I used to get. So that means that my thrift hauls are a lot smaller than they used to be. So instead of uploading 10-minute hauls here and there, I'm going to be putting them all together. So the plan with this is to put these two videos together, the mystery box and then the thrift haul, and then I'll probably end up doing 2 more thrift hauls and just adding them all up together. Here is what our setup is looking like. I have the camera here. This is the mystery box I already recorded before. And then here is the thrift haul I'm about to record right now. I'll just show the shoe to the camera, give a little bit of information, some details about it and things like that. As I'm done explaining each shoe, it goes in this basket. I'm back with the next thrift haul. It is a pretty good one. There's about 10 items in here, but they're all pretty good. There are so many good things that have come out of reselling for me, but one of the things I'm most grateful for is that I get to teach my kids these business skills that are going to serve them for the rest of their life. For those of you who don't know, I do have 4 kids. There's baby Ray, who I took to his dad's this morning. Then there's my one and only daughter, Angie. She's homeschooled, so she's always with me. Recently, she has moved on up, and now she's helping me create brand new listings. And then there's my other son, Benji, which some of y'all know. He helps me source sometimes, and lately he's been helping me record some of my thrift with me videos. And now he's also cross-posting listings for me. And then there's my oldest son, Santiago. He is 17. I told y'all in the last day in the life vlog that he got a job, so he stopped working for me for a bit. Well, that job didn't end up working out, so thankfully he's been helping me out again because he does a whole bunch for the reselling side of things. He preps items, takes pictures, organizes inventory, and does my shipping on the daily basis. I don't know how long my kids will stay working for me. I'm sure eventually they'll want to move on, but if and when they do, thanks to them, I'll be set up with all the systems, routines, and templates that I need to teach anyone else these reselling things. Compared to before, all these reselling tasks are so simple to do, anyone can do them. All these selling platforms have leveled up over the years and provided us with all the tools we need to list faster, price better, and get shipping done quickly and accurately. Right now it is, let me see, 11:34. So we are right about here. A few things off of our checklist. I also already called the insurance on the way back from dropping off Ray with his dad. I recorded the haul, so I'm actually way ahead of time. I should have been done with the haul around 2. It's 11:34. For the next hour, I'm just going to go make my breakfast, brunch at this point. I wasn't always like this. I used to need to eat by around 8 or 9, but I've been following this like new high protein diet, which makes it a lot easier for me to wait a lot longer for me to eat, which helps me a lot because then I'm able to squeeze in a ton of work in the morning while my energy is still high and while everyone else in the house is still asleep, and so there's a lot less distractions. Right about now, the kids are starting to get up. I got them up a little bit later than usual because I was recording that haul. But usually while I have my breakfast, the kids are doing their thing. They eat, do their chores, and start some of the business tasks they have to do. It is 12:59 right now. I finished having breakfast and cleaning up a little bit later than I wanted to, but still I'm very much ahead. When I planned this morning, I wanted to get back to editing the video at 2 o'clock, but it is an hour ahead. I'm so proud of myself for that. So for the next 3 hours, that's what I'm going to do. From 1 to 4, I'm gonna focus on editing as much of this video as possible. Things were working out this day. I was ahead of schedule, but there are times that it's the total opposite of that. I'm way behind schedule because unexpected things happen all the time, and then things I'm doing end up taking a lot longer than expected. Just the other day, my computer was heating up. I had to disassemble it, clean out the fan, and put it back together. That threw me way off course. But since I mapped out my day early, I just reworked the plan. Sometimes that has to happen. I have to shorten tasks. Other times I have to cut something out completely and push it to another day. My point with all of this is that the plan I make in the mornings is always 100% subject to change. But still, I don't see it as a waste of time. Because even though things don't always go as planned, having a rough layout of my day helps me pivot when I need to and still focus on what matters. It's 2:03 now. I have to wear a sweater in my house because my kids like to have the AC really cold. I did put an alarm at 2 o'clock on my phone. I'm trying to remember to do that, put one every hour just so that I get up and stretch and walk around a little bit. I've been having back problems. It can't be good for you to be sitting down for many hours without moving your body a little bit. So I'm hoping that by doing that, it's going to help my back not hurt as often. All right, so that was about a minute just walking around. Now it's time to get back to work. In the past, during this time of day, around 2 or so, I'd be dragging. And a lot of the time, I'd call it quits early and just be done. And that still does happen every now and then, but it happens way less than it used to. There are many reasons for that, but mainly it's because I'm not overworking myself anymore. I try to mix in slower days after super heavy ones. This helps me protect my energy and be able to show up for work more consistently, because that was definitely not the case with my old productivity cycle. Back then, I would work hard to exhaustion. Then the next day, I'd feel so burnt out. I end up slacking off because I had no energy. Eventually, I'll start to feel guilty because I was falling so behind, and then I will push and work hard again to catch up, and it just kept repeating from there over and over. I was stuck in that loop for a long time. I felt like I was always taking 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. So I was making a little progress, but it was so slow and so draining. This year, I'm trying a different approach. I stop working around 5 p.m. so that I don't overdo it. And if I do have to work in the evening, it's just light admin stuff, nothing too heavy or exhausting. I build in breaks throughout the day, and also, like I said earlier, I follow big, heavy work days with slower, lower pressure ones. So far, that's been working out great. I've been way more consistent, more productive, and I don't feel like I'm running on empty by midday like I used to. At least that's the case on most days. Another quick update. It is 3:04 now. It's been another hour that I've been editing, and this time, instead of walking around my living room, I'm gonna take it outside just so I can get some fresh air. I feel like when I do long days like this where I'm working for many hours straight, I have a lot more energy to keep going, and I feel a lot less boredom with what I'm doing if I take breaks, especially outside. So that's what I'm going to go do with Benji. Aside from working at a more sustainable pace, something else that has improved how I show up for work every day is eating a lot better. It's like 3 something at this point in this clip, and I still haven't eaten since breakfast. And that's because a high protein breakfast keeps me full for many hours. And that works out great for me because I don't use my precious work hours trying to figure out what to snack on every few hours. And my energy stays high because I'm not being weighed down by having a meal in the middle of the day. Because I don't know about you, but after I eat, I just want to sit and chill for a while. It is now 4:13. We're in the home stretch now. I didn't edit as much as I'd like to. I really wanted to have the rough draft done just for me to add B-roll on top tomorrow, but I don't want to push myself because then I'll end up burning out. I need to stop now to have enough time to do some of my admin work so that I can be set up for tomorrow with a clean slate so that I can hit the ground running and really make progress. So here's where we're at. I edited this little portion of my time block. From now until 5, I'm going to try to get as much of this admin stuff done. Whatever I can finish before I pick up Ray. If I don't finish, then I can just come back home, and later in the evening when there's a little bit of time, then I will finish some of this admin, as well as have my other 2 kids do their listings and review them and update a few. I'll go ahead and scratch off edit for now because I finished plenty of it today. 2 important admin tasks I definitely have to handle before picking up the baby is number 1, go over the shoes my son prepped. Number 2, get my daughter set up with the right listing templates. When my son is done prepping a batch of shoes, he lets me know so I can double check them. I look over each one, I make sure they're clean and that any flaws were tagged correctly and just that they're ready for photos. Then I organize and set up the photo station for him. That way he can jump right into taking pictures. When he's done with the pictures, he'll give them to his sister, and from there she creates the listings using the templates I've prepped for her ahead of time. I have the setup all cleaned up and ready to go for my son. I adjusted the lights so that they are shining directly here on this table for pictures. We have the poly bags, the weight box, and everything ready to go. This box is not filled all the way completely from last time, so he's gonna fill this one up first with new photographed inventory, and then he can move on to this bottom box. These are the shoes he's going to be taking pictures of. We do have this whole bin, but it got late on him, so all he's doing is these for now, and he'll work on that batch tomorrow. I've talked to y'all many times about how I use listing templates and how it's so helpful because it's 3 of us who take care of listings, and it just keeps all of us on the same page. That, and also it just speeds things up. It helps us not forget any important details when I have a template that just needs blanks filled in, and that's it. And here is how I go about it. Since I know what pictures my son is taking already, I have this little sticky note that I'm going to give to my daughter. So when she's listing, she'll know that the first shoot will use this template. All she has to do is search for it and it'll come up. And then for the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, all the way down to the 5th shoe, she knows what template to search for. And then all she has to do is just fill in the blanks for me. After that, I go in and just add a title because she doesn't know how to create titles the way I like to do it just yet. That's probably going to be the next step for her once she gets used to using these templates and filling them out. But for now, she does that. I go in and write the title, I set the price, and then my son Benji will go in and cross post them. In the end, I just review that everything posted like it should and that he filled out all of the item specifics on eBay because that's very important to help our items show up for the right buyers. It is now 4:47. I only managed to get a few of the admin stuff done, but I'm going to stop here, go pick up the baby, come home, and then have lunch. And then in the evening, I'll finish a few more admin work, but I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I really hoped y'all liked this style of video, just taking a look behind the scenes of how me and my kids get all this stuff done. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.